So I'm taking another walk in walking my talk around psychic hygiene and AKA energy management, AKA paying attention to how I feel and doing things like my morning time routine that I know make me feel good when I do them. And this morning, it's just another case study in living this life of like paying attention to how I feel. And basically what I've noticed sitting here in the last few minutes is that I am cranky. There's an edge to my energy, there's a sharpness, there's an irritability to my energy. And today I have two things in one day, which, if you know me, you know what a joke that is. But like, I don't schedule more than one because like doing one thing in a day is usually like, that's still a lot. And so to have two things in a day, I've had this thing in my mind of like, this is going to be a busy day. And like, here I am now in the morning. Dolly, thankfully, I mean, how sweet is this? Goes to put fuel in my car this morning, and on her way back, the car like wasn't acting right. And long story short, it smelled like there was something burning under the hood, and so I took it to the body shop. My mom was able to come and pick me up from the body shop like right then, basically, and take me to my grandma's where she has an extra car sitting there. And so I could borrow her car and take that because after my live stream this morning, it's a Friday, after my live stream, I need to drive to Manhattan and I have a 4 hour meeting this afternoon in Manhattan. And then I drive home from that. And so that's my day. So it's a lot. And then my car goes down and already it's a lot. And it's, I think it's actually really interesting, which is always funny to say from inside of a bad feeling, like how interesting it is, but it is that I've manifested this situation, which like basically it's stress. It's like life stress, like how often do we have, we're like already feeling maxed out and then here's one more thing and here's one more thing and here's one more thing and here's one like it's just, yeah. So we get into that spot often, probably. I know I do. And then we have this practice around psychic hygiene and paying attention to how we feel. And I started to have like even more stress sitting in the stress, thinking, how am I going to transmute all of this before I have my meeting this afternoon? Like, I was like putting that pressure on me to say, like, I have to be in a certain emotional state or energetic space to show up to this meeting. And oh my God, I'm so far away from the energy that I wanted to take with me into that meeting. And how am I ever gonna like raise my vibration fast enough? Like that was where I was getting to. And again, not a bad thing, so interesting because that was the straw that broke the camel's back as far as like the stress and the pressure piling up. And that's when it snapped a little bit. Like it was just too much pressure and it caused something to crack open where this new dimension of psychic hygiene can come into the conversation where there is at at the base, I think, of psychic hygiene in general, there is a basis level of acceptance and trust in the ebbs and flows of your energy. And long story short, basically, like the realization that I came to in this acceptance was this little bit of an edge in my energy. Like, what if that is exactly the filter that you need walking into this meeting? How do you even know what energy you need in that meeting? Have you lived through that meeting before? Did you look in your crystal ball and you saw into that meeting that your bright, shiny, happy, fluffy attitude, like that's what you needed in that meeting? Maybe it's not. How do you know? You don't know. Is that true? Not sure. Like that felt really good. What if a little bit of an edge in my energy is going to make this meeting even better? Like it'll make it serve the highest good of the all even more for me to have a little bit of a cranky edge to where, like, basically what that does to me is it removes my ability to filter myself, So they're going to get a lot more honest, blatant, no fluff, no frills. Like I learned how to do all that. I learned how to soften my delivery, and softening my delivery takes a lot of energy. So when I'm cranky, AKA like my energy's a little bit out of whack, like I don't really have the resources to soften my delivery. And there's me and two other people that are going to be together for 4 hours to work through all of this stuff. And I can only imagine what what the hell is gonna, like, how this edge to my energy could serve me in the long run of like what ultimately needs to come out of this session. Again, like kind of falling back into that trust and acceptance of the highest good of the all is always unfolding. So if I if I feel like my energy is way out of whack and now I'm feeling pressure that I don't even know if I can get myself back in whack in time to be what I think I need to be, like maybe that's because you're not supposed to be that, Like I think that feels like a soothing balm for any energy you're ever feeling, is that energy is right on time. Like it's never, your energetic state is never off schedule. And that's what I'm telling myself going into this meeting. So I'm super excited to see how it unfolds and report back.